Mornings are for dreamers.
I'm a dreamer, yes, I'm a dreamer. Oh.
The break of dawn for champions.
Champion, champion, champion,
On 32 FM 94.9.
Every day is another chance to do it all over again.
Get the best of starts on the break of dawn. 32 FM 94.9. From motivationals
To news,
to sports and talk.
we'll give you all you need to make the best of your day.
On the break of dawn. 32 FM 94.9.
Very good morning to you. Thank you so much for staying with us, starting your day with us on 32 FM 94.9. My name is DELE ADEYANJU. Welcome to the program, Break of Dawn Newspaper Review. This morning I have four papers. I have the Daily Post, the Nigerian Tribune, the Punch newspaper, and Vanguard newspaper. I have GBEMISOLA with me this morning.
Good morning to everybody listening. My name is GBEMISOLA SOYEMI. Thank you very much for joining us. We take a look at headlines from the dailies, and later on we get to analyze them. And you also have the chance to join in the conversation when we open the studio lines. I have with me Premium Times, the Nation newspaper, Daily Trust, and Inside Oyo.
I take headlines from Daily Post newspaper first this morning. Insecurity. By the time you wake up, Nigeria's breakup would have happened. Giwa to Buhari. COVID-19. Kano government directs civil servants to resume work. And Jusun strike. Edo judiciary suspends court sittings. Nigerian Senate invites Munguno, Zainab, others over 7.5 billion naira withdrawal from Treasury. Nigeria adopts policy for citizens abroad. I may turn pastor after 8 years as governor. Abiodun. Insecurity. Nigerians didn't elect Buhari to be sold like animals. Sheikh Dahiru. Insecurity. Bola Remi Tinubu under fire for discussing 2023 with Buhari attacking Senator Adeyemi. Senate confirms Justice Abdullahi as FCT High Court Chief Judge. 465,820 Nigerians have received cash support. Buhari government. Insecurity. Omahi orders security agencies to fish out killers of two soldiers, police officers in Ebonyi. Nigerians are tired of APC. That's from Makinde. Agba Jalingo's detention. ECOWAS court to rule in suit against Nigeria. 2023. INEC announces plans to create over 2,000 polling units. Killing of ESN commander Consul Don disastrous. Ohaneze. Gregory University Pro-Chancellor Greg Ibe makes case for sustaining Ikpeazu's legacies. Gunmen attack naval checkpoint in Anambra. Stay in school at your own risk. Ogun Police sends students home over insecurity. Police retirees take protest to National Assembly, reject contributory pension scheme. Like Oliver Twist, Nigeria needs more support. Lawan to UK government. Insecurity, be vigilant. Diri charges by all hands. We are ready to die. Fani Kayode echoes plot to Islamize Nigeria. Why do I smile? Insecurity. Tell Nigerians the truth about Southeast attacks. Obvious Zekwesili confronts Buhari. Move from resource extraction consumption to repairing. NCE to federal government. Let's look at our paper.
Premium Times newspaper, Nigeria, 6 others top gas flaring countries, World Bank. SSS releases Buhari's critique, Usman Bugaje, after 8 hours detention. Gunmen kill female police officer in Akwa Ibom. Nigerian lawmakers begin major step to ensure more women in parliament. More trouble for Nigeria as fuel subsidy wipes off oil revenue. Aid to Nigerian lawmakers protest non-payment of 22 months salary arrears. On insecurity, frustrated Nigerian senators call for shutdown of the National Assembly. Police kill 2 bandits in Benue. That's coming from an official. Kidnapped Benue University students to regain freedom. ECOWAS court to deliver judgment on Nigerian journalist Agba Jalingo's unlawful detention and trial. Osinbajo to Nigeria's elites speak up to preserve country's unity. Nigeria approves new policy to tackle worsening poverty. Amidst disagreement, Senate passes bill empowering AMCON to seize assets not included as collateral. More headlines from Premium Times. No killing at IDP camps in Anambra. That's coming from an official. ECOWAS court orders Ivorian government to release citizen detained since 2018. Unpaid salaries, striking Ekiti workers declare 3 days fasting and prayers, all right? And finally from here, Nigeria inaugurates Eagle Scan homegrown plagiarism detection software.
Nigerian Tribune newspaper next. APC will not govern beyond 2023. Makinde says United PDP will secure Southwest. FEC debates worsening poverty. Approves national poverty reduction with growth strategy. Nigeria can't afford a war, Osinbajo. That's a big headline on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune, and it has a rider. Security situation threatening, but Nigeria won't be consumed. Obasanjo. Reps ask CBN to halt recapitalization of microfinance banks. And 7.5 billion naira secret withdrawal. Senate gives Tuesday ultimatum to NSA, Finance Ministry, others. Olu of Warriors tool, peace in sight as parties meet AIG. PDP summons BOT meeting and may discuss allegation of fraud against party leadership. Reps to investigate 500 million earmarked for rebuilding Chibok Secondary School. And INEC to announce schedule of 2023 elections after Anambra election. NSIA achieves $350 million forex savings, creates 250,000 jobs.
The Nation newspaper, delay of electoral bill passage threatens 2023 polls. Lagos withdraws 25 million naira donation to amputee trader over false claims. Gunmen hit more police assets in attacks. Nigeria can't afford another civil war, Osinbajo warns. Also, FEC approves national poverty reduction strategy. 80 billion naira hard drugs seized in 3 months. Osinbajo, Oyetola, Tinubu, Sultan Oni launch Muslims Islam in Yoruba land. NSAS panel asks Ondo to pay 755 million naira compensation. Lagos to develop infectious disease research center. Ekiti Council shuts BDC office over 15 million naira debt. More headlines from the Nation newspaper. Federal roads in Lagos East needs attention, says Abiru. Delay of electoral bill passage threatens 2023 polls. I took that earlier. PDP member alleges money laundering offences against party leaders. Ekiti Osun governorship polls must win for PDP, says Makinde. NSIA moves to reduce food inflation. And from the politics side, AAC revalidates Showore as chair at NEC meeting. Afenifere at 70 footprints of a Colossus movement. And I think those are all the headlines I have from the Nation.
Punch newspaper next. IPOB names Imo government house after slaying ESN commander. Cash crunch. NNPC writes governors. Bloated subsidy eats up revenue. Slain Kaduna varsity students buried. Colleagues narrate night of horror. Ondo panel awards 755 million naira, says most rights abuse unresolved. NMA donates UTME forms to 63 rescued Kankara students. I am traumatized, says senator whose convoy was attacked by bandits. Foyer sacks registrar over indictment of irregular recruitment. VC condemns government harassment. Imo controversial varsity shot. My parents assassinated a month after my Abuja wedding. Son. Veteran journalists honors showing cast invitation after 50 years. Again, herdsmen strike in Benue. Kill couple returning from farm. Obasanjo, Abiodun Makinde witness Ayokunle farewell service. And Olu of Warri, 2 warring factions meet AIG. More stories Here, parents aiding candidates to cheat, says JAMB registrar. And federal government, World Bank meet over NBS confusing employment statistics. Sanwo-Olu upgrades relocates Mercy Hospital. And Ozekome, other sick end judiciary workers strike. Lagos plans new disease research center. And more headlines. Ejusu knocks Lagos chapter over partial court reopening. Those are some of the headlines from Punch. We still have more, but we have to look at another paper now.
All right, Daily Trust. None is safe anymore, says Senator Odia after surviving 2 attacks in 24 hours. Banditry, Matawale orders demolition of informants, arms suppliers' houses. Umahi says IPOB not responsible for most attacks in Ebonyi. Imposes curfew. Poor electricity, how Fashola mocked sector drivers in 2015 video. Nurses protest killing of member in Abia. Halt MFB's recapitalization now, reps tell CBN. More headlines. Police dismiss 3 officers for extorting LASU students 153,000 naira. Insecurity, Buhari seeks U.S. help. Once African relocated to Africa. I'll take that again. Insecurity, Buhari seeks U.S. help. Once African relocated to Africa. Violent attacks, Northern Coalition wants UK to stop protecting IPOB. And finally, bandits release video of pregnant students abducted in Kaduna State.
Well, that's headlines from here, from papers across Nigeria. In a short while, we do analysis of those headlines. We have Dr. Olu Ojedoku in the studio with us. Dr. Olu Ojedoku, good morning.
Top of the day to you.
All right, we'll quickly go on our first break this morning. When we come back, then we talk about those issues. Good morning.
Put your hands up if you want to have fun. Yeah! Or explore and investigate.
Yay!
What about dance and create?
Woo!
Then there's laughter and learning.
Yay!
And don't forget about making new friends. So, parents, it's time to also put up your hands because there's no better way to keep the kids entertained and learning with loads of DSTV channels to keep them in good company.
Yay!
Get and stay connected to DSTV.
Yay!
As you freely connect to your creator, also stay in touch with your loved ones across all networks for just 12 kobo per second all through this holy month. Simply dial *152# to enjoy this special voice plan. And if you want to share pictures and videos of fun Sahoo moments, dial *312# to get best value Airtel Night Bundle.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
If you no sabi transfer news, you fit tell all your padi say na your team get correct top striker.
What are you talking about?
If you tell your padi say na your team get correct top striker, dem fit shout dey follow you argue.
No way.
If dem shout dey follow you argue, everybody for viewing center fit shook mouth for the matter. If dem shook mouth for the matter, you fit fall your hand for the matter. If you fall your hand for the matter, you fit kick bench as you dey vex. Abeg, before you enter yawa, settle the matter with Google search. Get the latest football news, live scores, transfers, probabilities, and anything wey concern football with your Google app.
Egbògi kan ti délẹ̀ yìí. Egbògi àtẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣe ni. Ó dára fẹ̀jẹ̀ gidi gan. Veneto cleanser ló ń jẹ́ o. Veneto cleanser ló ń jẹ́ o.
Ojú rẹ̀ ṣàǹjọ̀lọ̀ lójoojúmọ́ kí làṣírí ẹ wà rí.
Veneton cleanser ni.
Já mi sí ọ̀rẹ́.
Veneton cleanser. Egbògi àtẹ̀jẹ̀ṣe tí bádọ̀tí ara wọ̀ yá ìjà rẹ̀ wọ́n mọ́lẹ̀ ṣe wọ́n yẹbẹyẹbẹ. Inú tó ń kú tó ń dàrú gbòdògbòdò. Kò bára rẹ̀ èrí inú ẹ̀jẹ̀. Amọ̀nà ti dé o. Veneton cleanser. Egbògi àtẹ̀jẹ̀ṣe tí a fi ewé àti egbò ṣe ní ọ̀nà tìgbàlódé. NAFDAC fòǹtẹ̀lù ME1 Nigeria Limited ni wọ́n gbé Veneton cleanser jáde. A wà ní nọ́mbà 17 Ọba Akínyẹlé off Adeokun Street, Aláàfin Avenue, Olúyọ̀lé Estate, Ring Road, Ìbàdàn. Telephone 08034051533. Fún títà àti rírà, ìwọ náà darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Veneton cleanser. Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn egbòogi tí ń ya gbogbo kòkòrò inú ẹ̀jẹ̀ wẹ́lẹ́wẹ́lẹ́.
Please, sir, how do I get to Retire Well Crescent?
It's easy. Just go straight
on longitude 155. Take a 360-degree turn, then traverse on the trajectory. And bam, you enter the streets. You can't miss it.
At Stambik IBTC Pension Managers, we believe that preparing for the future should be easy. Email switch to pensionsolution@stambicibtc.com and let our experienced managers help you get started. Stambik IBTC Pension Managers, a member of Standard Bank Group.
lọ mú àpò débi tí bílíṣì àìpò méjì fún mi. Máàmí méjì báwo. Torí pé màá fi kan rẹ àwọn aṣọ funfun yìí màá fi kan tó kún pa gbogbo kòkòrò. ṣùgbọ́n èmi ò rí kòkòrò bíbá ẹ̀ máàmí. Wo wọ́n kéré débi pé o ò lè fojú rí wọn ṣùgbọ́n wá ìdí nìyẹn tọkàn mi fi balẹ̀ lórí bílíṣì àìpò láti pa wọ́n pátápátá.
jẹ́ káṣọ funfun rẹ funfun sí i kí lè rẹ sì bọ́ lọ́wọ́ kòkòrò àìfojúrí tí ń fa àìsàn. agbára àfọ̀mọ́ tó wà nínú bílíṣì àìpò yóò pa gbogbo kòkòrò àìfojúrí pátápátá.
Chidi, now where you dey go dey jump road up and down?
Na papa say make I buy am shakis.
Shagini? Oh, I don tell this man say make you no dey send this boy buy alcohol na. Papa Chidi, abeg no dey send this pikin buy shakis o.
Mama Chidi, why na? No be buy I say make him buy, make I no dey send a message again.
Papa Chidi, you no know say na small before you go wan know how the thing dey taste and if that one come happen, when you come dey drink am, gangan, na big problem be that o.
He reach that one?
Yes o, Papa Chidi, he reach. Person wey never reach 18 no suppose touch alcohol. Papa Chidi, you hear me so? Even the Federal Ministry of Health talk say alcohol na for only person wey don reach 18.
Okay I don hear. I no go send am again. In fact, make I go tell am myself. Chidi!
Now, Distillers and Blenders Association of Nigeria, DBAN, will be subsector of Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, bring on this message.
32 FM
94.9.
All right, so we're glad to know you're still there. Welcome back to the Break of Dawn newspaper review on 32 FM 94.9. We are also live on YouTube at 32 FM 949 Ibadan. 32 FM 949 Ibadan. You can check us out there, subscribe, and also get to drop your comments on that same platform. And later on, we're going to open the phone line so you can contribute to the headlines we took already. We are joined this morning by Dr. Olu Ojedokun. Good morning to you, sir.
Top of the day to you too.
All right. My name is GBEMISOLA SOYEMI once again.
My name is DELE ADEYANJU once again. I take this first story, which I'll need Dr. Ojedokun's response or reaction. Insecurity. Bola Remi Tinubu under fire for discussing 2023 with Buhari attacking Senator Adeyemi. A chieftain of the new Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, Olusegun Bamgbose Esquire, has lambasted the national leader of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and his wife, Remi, over their approaches to the spate of insecurity across the country. Bola Tinubu had, after a closed-door meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari on Tuesday, told the press that APC chances of winning the 2023 presidential elections are as bright as the morning star. Meanwhile, same day, it was learned that Senator Remi Tinubu, representing Lagos Central Senatorial District, attacked Senator Smart Adeyemi, APC Kogi West, for having the audacity to confront Buhari over national insecurity issues.
I think that statement, if indeed true, reflects a deafness in terms of tone. The tone today should be how we get security under control rather than political ambition or the political fortunes of the APC. This is not time for politics. This is time to get security sorted. This is time to assure Nigerians, that their lives are safe, that kidnapping will be abated, and that the sorrow, tears, and blood will be diminished. But to begin to focus on 2023, which means that it's a cynical political ploy and a play. That's what it appears as. And for Senator Tinubu, his wife, to attack Senator Smart Adeyemi, who on behalf of his constituents, because he's a senator of the Federal Republic, raises issues as a critical friend of the government, because the legislature is not a poodle or lapdog of the executive. They should be able to raise critical questions. They should be able to speak truth to power, and they should be able to intervene when things seem to be going, a wire. From that point of view. So I don't understand where Senator Tinubu is coming from, other than positioning herself, positioning her husband, and looking after our own self-interest. Sometimes the national interest means that you actually attack, you question, you query your party leader, because the overall interest of the Nigerian people must not be subsumed to political play.
Yes, Nigerians depend on senators and reps members to represent their interests in Abuja. But now she too is representing some people from Lagos. And does that mean that she's just indifferent to all the killings happening, soldiers being kidnapped, soldiers being killed, policemen killed here and there, students being abducted and killed?
I think it would be too far to say she's indifferent. I would just suggest that our priority is not that. Our priority is more it appears her husband's ambition. So in the scale of things,
how an ambition to become first lady.
Well, you see, it's connected. So yes, you may say that, but it's rather unfortunate. I thought she was smarter than that, and I thought the best thing for her to do was to keep quiet. She need not have said anything. She need not have intervened. If she wanted to intervene, she'd have intervened on behalf of the people of Lagos in terms of inflation, in terms of the economy, in terms of power issues, and even in terms of insecurity, because even in Lagos, kidnappings are going on. That's what she should be speaking about. She's suggesting that the state of affairs of Nigeria is at the best that we can be. The governance index says that Nigeria is one of the worst in the world. I think there are 3 countries, Zimbabwe, I can't remember the other country, that are worse than we are. Nigeria being compared with Zimbabwe. It shows you how low our stock has fallen. And of course, if the Senate or the members of the House of Representatives cannot intervene to begin to arrest the situation, then what do we do? So she's out of order as far as I'm concerned, if the reports are true.
Judging by the fact that Nigerian politicians are seen as people who just want to hold on to power for their own benefits, should we fault this kind of statement or coming from her?
Yes, we should, because in Kaduna State there are 29 people who have been kidnapped. More than 29, in fact, and they have been killed on a daily basis. At least 2 days they were killed in succession. In other states, many people still are under kidnap. Niger State, parts of Niger State, is under the flag of Boko Haram. There are some parts in, is it GBEMISOLA or so, you understand, which also Boko Haram has taken a siege. So when you look at all these circumstances, and many more, Imo is on fire in some respects, many more, then you would say that this is not a time for benefits of a political person. This is a time for national interest and national benefits. This is a time for statesmen. This is not a time for politicians.
All right, away from that, let's take a look at the stories. Frustrated Nigerian senators call for shutdown of National Assembly, apparently frustrated by the National Assembly's inability to halt the worsening security situation across the country. 2 senators on Tuesday asked for that the National Assembly be shut down. The matter called during a lengthy debate on a motion on the activities of Boko Haram insurgents in 3 local governments in Niger State. Deliberating on the motion, which was sponsored by Niger Senator Sonny Musa, lasted for over an hour, with over 15 senators making their contributions. Is the shutting down of the National Assembly going to do anything?
I'm not sure that's the solution. I think in normal situation, well, it's an abnormal situation, but what you would expect, previous governments have done, is that where a state of emergency needs to be declared in the states affected, they have done it. This government seems lethargic. This government doesn't even consider it as an instrument of governance. State of emergency comes to play when law and order has broken down, when the insurgents are all over the place, and when there doesn't seem to be any solution. State of emergency allows you to monitor the population, to intervene quickly and speedily and restore normalcy, law and order. And that's what you would expect. Not the suspension of the National Assembly. The National Assembly is still needed to make laws. National Assembly is still needed to articulate the interests of the people. If he had called, for part-time sitting and stuff like that in order to save money so that we can use it for better security, then maybe I would consider that. But shutting down is not the way forward. I think rather they should consider state of emergency, working with the executive. It is for the executive to declare it, and it's for the Senate, to confirm it.
Yeah, right. And Ike Kuremadu also called that Nigeria should not be ashamed to seek international support.
Well, more or less, the federal government is already doing that in some way. They've suggested that the headquarters of the United States Multilateral Force be situated in West Africa. So already in some way they're doing that. I mean, we don't have a solution locally, or we don't seem to have a solution. So I don't think there's any shame at this stage in asking for international help. Of course, some will say that it's another nod to neo-colonialism. But what do we do? Do we die? Do we perish? Do we disintegrate? I think I'd rather get international help than disintegrate. It's a shame, of course. I said it wasn't a shame, but of course, at this stage of our development, you would have expected that Nigeria would be leading, Nigeria would be providing security, stability to other places. But the reality of it is that we don't seem to have a government that is able to grapple with it, nor has the resources, and we are knee deep in debt.
Other than not having the wherewithal to fight this insurgency, what about the willpower? It's not there.
No, the willpower is not. The body language doesn't portray the seriousness on the part of the president. It doesn't even seem that it's aware. It doesn't show that it's aware. And I think that is Ireland, the people that are appointed, are playing some games. Why do I say playing some games? Because we had of a reported phone call from a governor, you understand? We don't know whether it's confirmed or not. But basically, it was put on hold for almost 4 hours or thereabout, and still nothing was done. Yes, nothing was done. So it just simply seems that this has not been taken seriously enough, and that Nigeria, with all its skills, with all the intellect, with all the manpower that we have in the country, is certainly not being deployed to arrest the difficult
Does that mean that our governors don't actually have access to Mr. President?
Well, if that report is true, then it will suggest to you that they simply don't have access.
And if someone who said that he didn't know where those soldiers came from to Lekki, then maybe he was speaking the truth.
I suggest that he may have been speaking the truth. I think there's a disconnect between the center and between the various regions. I think it's not Buhari that is handling things. It's certainly not Osinbajo. She's nowhere to be found when it comes to governors. It is the appointees. Yes, it's the appointees.
Osinbajo is actually distributing trader money, farmer money, and all that. And there is a report here that 465,820 Nigerians have benefited from payroll support scheme nationwide. Presidential spokesman Laolu Akande said that the government's economic sustainability plan continues to impact lives and small businesses. So all those people that collect 30,000 naira for 1 month and they're going to take it for 3 months, making 90,000 naira. How much is that going to change the lives of Nigerians?
How much has it changed?
Well, it's a drop in the ocean, but at least it is something. But I think you're mistaken if you suggest that the vice president is involved in trail money. He was involved in trail money.
I didn't say that. Don't be mischievous. I didn't say that.
But he was involved. Certainly now, I think part of this is propaganda. Because at the end of the day, this money, you understand, whilst it's a drop in the ocean, whilst it makes it some sort of difference, it's not sustainable, it's not sustained. And therefore, the impact, you understand, is patchy. From that point of view. But I think Laolu Akande needs to say something because, people are increasingly questioning the role and the relevance of the vice president. And ever so often they roll out some, press release to say, the vice president is ticking, he's still alive, he's still there. When I mean alive, politically alive, that's what I mean, politically alive. But the reality is that he's not politically alive. The reality of it is that he's been sidelined. And the reality about it is that his manpower, his brain power, his capacity, and his energy are not being utilized in any shape or form by this government. They don't need it, they don't want it, they don't feel they need it, and it's unfortunate.
You said he has been mentioned in being sidelined. Is that why all he can do is to, make calls? Because there's a story here that says he made a statement that Nigeria can't afford another civil war. And he also urged the political elite to rise up in defense of national unity. So he's always making calls.
He's always making calls. He's in government. He's not opposition. He's not a social commentator, a political commentator. And if you're in government, then we say govern. You are the vice president, govern. And part of governance means action, not just making statements and not making calls. But the reason why he's making calls is because it's not even part of the governing structure. He's simply, he's been tolerated, of course, because the Constitution says there must be a vice president. But I doubt if he's consulted, I doubt if he's involved, and I doubt if they trust him.
All right, before we take more stories, let's quickly go on a break. We'll be back.
iléeṣẹ́ NOVESOLA wọ́n ní kí n sọ fún ọ pé tòjò tẹ̀rùn gbogbo àkókò ńlẹ̀ dá ádámà nílò náà yàtọ̀ sí náà dògán tá a fi ń sun bọ̀ọ̀lì lábà oko àgàgà iná sólà tó ń gbàgbára láti inú òrùn tó bá gbọ́ novel sólà ní ó tẹ̀lé iléeṣẹ́ NOVESOLA wọ́n ti wà ní sẹpẹ́ fún pèsè àwọn èròjà sólà lẹ́lẹ́kàǹkà inverter solar panels and batteries solar kit láti tanná láti charge battery gbọ́ rédíò kọrin jẹ̀gbádùn àti láti tanná ẹlẹ́yin bíi 2 sí 3 solar fan tó ń gbé fan láti tanná sùn dẹ́kun ẹ̀fọn amára níní ṣokùnfà àìsàn ibà solar floodlight fàyíká ilégbèé àtòpópónà fún sẹ̀mọ́lẹ̀ solar freezer láti ṣe pèsè nǹkan jíjẹ mímu lọ́jọ́sí kó mi síta fún oníbàárà solar CCTV camera ẹlẹ́yinjú àsáfàbò nílé iṣẹ́ àtọ́fíìsì solar water heater tí somi tútù ní gbígbóná solar water pump tó lè fami gòkè ní kànga energy saving appliances DC bulb DCTV DC fan tó ń gbàgbára náà sára bẹ́ẹ̀ làkànṣe solar product wà fún dókítà lecturers farmers tailor àtàwọn ṣọ́ọ̀bù káríkárí Novesola kan náà ń lo kájú ẹ̀ kàn sí wọn bó rajà lólùlẹ́sẹ̀ wọn tó wà ní Akíndélé plaza ìdójúkọ Adamasingba stadium Mọ́kọ́lá Ìbàdàn tàbí lẹ́ka iléeṣẹ́ wọn tó bá súnmọ́
081-8776-6005.
Novesola ń lo mójútó solar.
Devon Kings my dream no. Nah, better my dream no. Devon Kings my dream nah.
Do you know you can bake a cake for as little as 1,000 naira? You don't believe? With new Devon Kings margarine. Enjoy yummy, buttery taste and softer, fluffier texture on all your cakes and pastries with new Devon Kings margarine.
That's my dream no. Devon Kings my dream no. Nah, better my dream no.
láti gòkè àgùnlà láyé èèyàn nílò ìtọ́sọ́nà ẹni tó mọ̀nà débi àṣeyọrí FMH International HR àwọn ni gbajúgbajà akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ alárinà tó mọ ojúlẹ̀jà bá ti ń tọ́ni sọ́nà finimọ̀nà nípa bí gbogbo òǹwáṣẹ́ ṣe lè pàdé àwọn òǹgbanisíṣẹ́ pàápàá jùlọ láwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà lókè òkun.
FMH International HR alábàáṣepọ̀ gidi ni wọ́n jẹ́ pẹ̀lú àjọ oníwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ àgbáyé tá a mọ̀ sí United Nations Volunteer Research Group láti jùmọ̀ tọpinpin wàhálà táwọn ọmọlẹ́yìn kojú nídìí ìgbìyànjú ajé lọ sílẹ̀ òkèèrè ìyẹn ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ mọ́ international migration àti international labour activities.
ǹjẹ́ o tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé o nílò ìmọ̀ tó jinlẹ̀ dáadáa nípa ìlànà à ń tẹ̀lé láwọn pápákọ̀ òfurufú tó fẹ́ gbà sọdá sílẹ̀ òkèèrè lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ bá a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí United Nations Volunteer Research Group pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ FMH International HR ń ṣe research lórí ẹ̀dùn ọkàn àti ìpèníjà tẹ́ ẹ bá ní questionnaires táwọn òṣìṣẹ́ FMH bá fún yín lágbègbè yín lẹ́yìn ṣàlàyé ìrírí yín sí.
fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ kàn sí wọn ní 3rd and 9th floor Cocoa House Dùgbẹ̀ Ìbàdàn.
telephone 0817 4444 627
àti 08168737222.
gẹ́gẹ́ bí awakọ̀ tó jáfara tó mòye gbogbo ọ̀nà àbújá tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí àwọn olùfẹ́ mi lóbìnrin ẹ̀ wọ́n ń jẹ́ kí n sinmi tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ nírú ìpè yìí máa ń já mi láyà kí n tó lọ pe Clara ní bọ́sẹ̀ pé àwa ní Stella abẹ́ orí nǹkan ìṣù àtàyànyàn òun ló jẹ́ kí n gba ohun tí wọ́n ń pè ní MTN who dey call sórí fóònù mi ó jẹ́ kí n gbé ìpè kọ́sítọ́mà dáadáa jọ arábìnrin agbòmárà tí kò pé méjì níbo ni mò ń gbé yín lọ lónìí o.
láti mọ ẹni tó ń pè bí o ò tilẹ̀ ní dátà fi ọkàn balẹ̀ pẹ̀lú MTN who dey call náírà 5 ní lójúmọ́ 50 náírà fún oṣù kan tẹ *5058# kí o jẹ gbádùn.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
If you don't know the transfer news, you might tell your friends your team has the top striker.
What are you talking about?
If you tell your friends your team has the top striker, they might loudly disagree. If they loudly disagree, the whole viewing center might get involved. If the whole viewing center gets involved, you might lose the argument. If you lose the argument, you might kick the floor in frustration. Before things get out of hand, settle it with Google Search. Get the latest football news, live scores, transfers, probabilities, and so much more on your Google app.
Please, sir, how do I get to Retire Well Crescent?
It's easy. Just go straight on longitude 155. Take a 360-degree turn, then traverse on the trajectory. And bam, you enter the streets. You can't miss it.
At Stanbic IBTC Pension Managers, we believe that preparing for the future should be easy. Email switch to pensionsolution@stanbicibtc.com and let our experienced managers help you get started. Stanbic IBTC Pension Managers, a member of Standard Bank Group.
Honey, must you go?
Babe, you know I must. Besides, you can always video call me.
Hey, what if your battery runs out?
I've got my power bank.
Hey, and when your power bank runs out?
Babe, I've got my laptop.
Okay, wait. What if your data runs out?
Babe, you know we never run out of data.
Never run out of data with Airtel Home Broadband Unlimited Ultra plans. Enjoy unlimited data with no speed cap plus extra data daily, so you never have to worry about running out. Visit www.airtel.com.ng/HBB to get started.
Babe, but I just left the house.
Yes, honey. It's video calling all the way.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
32 FM
94.9.
32 FM 94.9 Ibadan. We're still on Breakdown Newspaper Review, and Dr. Oluoja Dokun is still live in the studio. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has declared that the maladministration of the ruling APC will not extend beyond 2023. He noted that Nigerians were already tired of the party and will kick it out of power at the polls. Well, Nigerians tired of the party. Do you agree? Nigerians kicking APC out of the polls. Do you think if Buhari is coming the third time, don't you think it's still going to have some support?
Absolutely not. Not this part of the world.
Are you very sure?
In the north. Yes. Well, the reality is that has he really ever did he really have support in the last election? Did he?
But they won.
They said he won.
They said are you suggesting that he actually didn't win?
I'm not certain that election was as accurate as it suggested. Of course, both parties were involved in shenanigans.
So do you think Atiku was ripped off?
Well, a lot of people would think so. At the end of the day, a lot of people will think so.
But the courts didn't decide that way.
Well, you see, courts may not always be in the best position to determine how people voted.
So you're saying that the courts are not credible?
No, the courts may be credible, but there's a limit in what they can ascertain, confirm, or decide. You know, the best barometer for deciding elections are in the ballot box. And if you look at Kano, where there was violence, if you look at other states, a few other states, where there was razor edge, you ask questions, did he actually win? But having said that, INEC confirmed him, the courts confirmed him, so we take it as it is. Can they win another election? I'm not certain. A free and fair election, I'm not certain. We don't have free and fair elections in Nigeria.
So what is the substitute? Either from the APC?
No, they're certainly.
Or from the PDP?
PDP is certainly not a substitute the way they're presenting themselves. There is no coherent platform. They are not articulating any real alternative. They are knee-jerk in their responses. And what Makinde has said is just an aspiration rather than reality. That's what we want. But the facts on the ground do not suggest that PDP will be a formidable challenger. I wish we could have won. But the reality of it is that PDP is handicapped and they're hobbled by internal crisis and by the lack of credible people being presented.
Is there going to be a new political party floated?
It is possible. My own suggestion is I don't think this political parties as presently constituted will survive to 2023, which means that we're unlikely to see one APC, unlikely to see one PDP, and that might be a good development for Nigerian politics.
Do you foresee Atiku coming back again?
He will try, but there are many who suggest that he spent force. But time will tell whether I spent force or not.
Well, isn't Biden a bit older? And Atiku is still up and running.
Of course, he's up and running. And of course, it's good that you brought the example of Biden, that if you try and you fail, you try, and try again. So it is possible that he will try again. But I don't see him winning the nomination of the PDP or winning a nomination of a credible political party.
And lastly from me, do you think that there should be a peg to people who occupy leadership positions, especially at that level, maybe to 50 or 60 or thereabouts?
No, because I think sometimes age, the older you come, the wiser you become.
So why do civil servants retire at 60?
No, because civil service job is different from a politician relies on civil service for delivery. The civil servants are the ones actually doing the job. So there must be an age by which you retire. Apart from that, it's not just about their competence. It's about the fact that you need to give room, you need to give space for the younger generation coming on. If civil servants don't retire at a particular age, what you're going to have is much more massive unemployment. And of course, that's not good for the economy. So there's a reason why people are given tenured appointments, so that people can fill up the spaces. Politicians, sometimes old age is a good thing, sometimes it's not. For instance, in the case of a particular gentleman who is ruling one of the largest countries in Africa, if not the largest country, age hasn't done him any favors because he's not at the top of his game, from that point of view. Whereas Biden may be at the top of his game. So age sometimes, it depends on you, it depends on your genes, and it depends on your circumstances.
Yeah, so if we look at the possibility of these two major parties not having the upper hand in the 2023 election, how are we sure there's any maybe new political party that, or one of these other ones we have that people really pay attention to? How are we sure they would be able to up their game before then? Because 2023 is about 2 years from now, less than 2 years from, because you of course have to prepare for the election.
Well, it's around the corner, but you remember that APC came up barely 18 months before the election. APC in terms of CPC, AC and some.
But we shouldn't forget the caliber of people in the party.
Yes, but that's also likely to happen because if APC splits to them PDP, what usually happens is that they recongregate themselves into some kind of force. So I think if people see that there's no way for their political parties or they're not making headways, they would go their separate ways. And if they go their separate ways, it is possible that they could coalesce around a different political party using them as a vehicle. So I do not think that the political situation is settled for now. I think we're in a state of flux. I think people are going to respond to APC's lethargy by leaving the political party and forming a new one, and they're going to respond to PDP's inability to constitute itself as a constructive, powerful opposition by also leaving the party. So I believe that the third force is a viability. When will it happen? How it will happen, I do not know.
But Doctor, before we can decide that, or before we can predict that there's going to be an influx of people from the APC, that won't happen until some people who are supposed to claim some tickets are denied such tickets, and they will form the third force.
No, I think there will be stages. I think there will be the initial stage, and there will be disgruntled people that leave because they've been unable to clinch tickets. But I think there will be some idealists. They're already constituting themselves. The Falanos and some other characters, they are already a back-and-forth. They're already forming a political movement. So I think there will be that initial wave. There will be the secondary wave you're talking about, and there might be the third wave. So I think it's in a state of flux, and I think any political commentator that actually places a bet one way or the other is actually risking his credibility. It's a difficult one, but through the A's, I'm not certain that these political parties, PDP, APC, are going to be the ones to present the presidential candidate, viable ones in 2023.
Nigerians are usually seen as emotional people.
Yes.
We judge based on that. Are we going to see that play out again in the 2023 elections? Because that happened in 2015. So appeal to their emotions and they'll follow you.
I think the terrain is different now. There's so much kidnapping, killings, heinous crimes being committed. I think the political terrain is going to be different. So I think the circumstance of 2019 or 2015, it will change. And apart from that, the poverty that we are experiencing in the land today is not on the same scale as was 4 years ago. That's another factor, of course.
All right. We open the phone lines now so you can call in and drop your headline. The number to call is 0906 2000 949 0906 2000 949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, my name is ADEYANJU from UI. So you guys did not even see the news that Boko Haram showed the whole world how they captured all the equipment that Nigerian government borrowed, they borrowed dollars to acquire. Now Boko Haram showed the whole world yesterday they have been captured. That's not even where I'm going. The election of 2019 was not, your analysis is very correct. It was not, all of us know the winner, but God will forgive them. Those people tormenting the world, they've captured Nigeria. That's how the best of today.
All right, thank you very much. Adeshi Omolola from UI 0906 200949. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, please try reach us again. We could not hear you. 0906 200949. You can also send a text message to that same number. Hello, good morning.
Hello. Good morning, we can hear you.
Okay.
All right. 0906 200949. 0906 200949. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Coca-Cola.
All right, please go ahead.
I think the statement by President Tinubu for defending the government of Buhari and attacking others who has other opinion on the suspicion of the situation of the country, about the killings and maiming that's going on everywhere. I think to me it should not come to us as a surprise. Because most of our politicians are psychopaths. They are psychopaths. When they are looking for something from the either authority or country in power or people they serve, they will
it is to defend them. Even something that is obvious that is not going well in the country, they will try to make it going well. Like one of the last song that government magic in Nigeria, that they can turn electric to handle. And that's what they are doing. Because if someone wants to become number one citizen in the national competition, I don't know how to come about that. Let's leave that to God. But even at that, there is no reason for you to defend what is undefendable. But we know we are watching. And we are recording the performance and statement of every politician. Then we'll come out and take their own point. Thank you. Through the ballot, I'm not a trouble person, through the ballot. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for your contribution. We'll take more calls, but before we do that, let's quickly go on a break. We'll be back.
Who is this? So, hello?
Hello. Now you be the lucky customer where we want dash our Adam's apple olive cream. We go help reduce the size of your Adam's apple. You go flat and
What's the ear no cool here? Ha! If to see I don't get data now, I don't know who they call, no pick 'em.
No matter your phone, whether you get data or not, you sabi who they call. Turn up Kulele Mind with MTN who they call. Now 5 naira per day and 15 naira per month. Dial star 5058 ash. Make you enjoy.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
If you know Sabi transfer news, you fit tell your party say na your team get correct top striker.
What are you talking about?
If you tell your party say na your team get correct top striker, dem fit shout they follow you argue.
No way.
If they shout they follow you argue, everybody for viewing center fit shook mouth for the matter. If they shook mouth for the matter, you fit fall your hand for the matter. If you fall your hand for the matter, you fit kick better as you dey vex. Abeg, before you enter Yawa, settle the matter with Google search. Get the latest football news, live scores, transfers, probabilities, and anything wey concern football with your Google app.
Please, sir, how do I get to Retire Well Crescent?
It's easy. Just go straight on longitude 155. Take a 360-degree turn, then traverse on the trajectory. And bam, you enter the streets. You can't miss it.
At Stambic IBTC Pension Managers, we believe that preparing for the future should be easy. Email switch to pensionsolution@stambicibtc.com and let our experienced managers help you get started. Stambic IBTC Pension Managers, a member of Standard Bank Group.
Honey, must you go?
Babe, you know I must. Besides, you can always video call me.
Hey, what if your battery runs out?
I've got my power bank.
Hey, and when your power bank runs out?
Babe, I've got my laptop.
Okay, wait. What if your data runs out?
Babe, you know we never run out of data.
Never run out of data with Airtel Home Broadband Unlimited Ultra plans. Enjoy unlimited data with no speed cap plus extra data daily, so you never have to worry about running out. Visit www.airtel.com.ng/HBB to get started.
Babe, but I just left the house.
Yes, honey. It's video calling all the way.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
That phone king's my dream, no. Nah, that's how my dream, no. That phone king's my dream, nah.
Do you know you can bake a cake for as little as 1,000 naira? You don't believe? With new Devon King's margarine. Enjoy yummy, buttery taste and softer, fluffier texture on all your cakes and pastries with new Devon King's margarine.
That's my dream, no. That phone king's my dream, no. Nah, that's how my dream, no.
Bola, what have you been seriously studying for? I thought you were done with your exams.
Mommy, I've been preparing for the 32FM Smart Kids Ambassador Challenge.
What's that?
The 32FM Smart Kids Ambassador Challenge is a quiz competition for children on radio. If I answer all my questions correctly, I get to be an ambassador and also win a bicycle.
That's interesting, oh. Please face your book, I beg. Do you want snacks?
Yes, Mommy.
Hello
Hello, lads. That's it. Are you between the ages of 5 to 13 years old? From the 1st to the 27th of May, you have the opportunity to be a Smart Kids ambassador. All you have to do is call on the show from 5:15 to 6 p.m. daily and answer all questions correctly. You also stand a chance to win bicycles, engineering sets, and lots more. What are you waiting for? Start studying. Be like Bola. Bola is a smart kid. The Smart Kids Ambassadors Challenge is proudly supported by Smart Kids Engineers, Design Bricks, Flour Mills Nigeria, Danabit Homes, Health Concerns. Note that you have the opportunity to give a shout out to your school on the show for a token. For sponsorship and inquiries, please call Talkback on 003-579-6925 or Sheung on 0703-602-1608. Smart Kids Ambassadors Challenge, the conquest of the best brain.
Ìbàdàn 9 mobile 4G LTE ti balẹ̀ gùdẹ̀. àfihàn eré ìdárayá bí wọ́n ṣe ń gbá wọn ní yàjó á yàtọ̀. ìpè lórí fídíò àwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ rẹ́kẹ́sẹ̀ iṣẹ́ yóò máa lọ ní rọrùn kò sí yọnu. bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o Ìbàdàn ẹ jẹ gbádùn ìmọ̀ ẹ̀rọ ayélujára pẹ̀lú ojúlówó 4G LTE lórí àtẹ dátà 9 mobile gba gígábáìtì méjì pẹ̀lú wíwà lórí social media lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ fún ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀ta náírà gígábáìtì méje pẹ̀lú wíwà lórí social media lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ ẹgbẹ̀rún kan lé lẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀ta náírà àti gígábáìtì mẹ́ta àtààbọ̀ dátà lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ lálẹ́ ní àwọn àṣàyàn olóṣooṣù fún dátà ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀rún kan náírà àti jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ tẹ *200*3*1# láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìlànà àtàdéhùn wàṣà o 9 mobile.
In terms of economy, in terms of security, in terms of infrastructure. But Abuja was interested in election. When you are talking about Ashwaju saying that 2023, Nigeria doesn't need election 2023. We do respect to other people's opinion. We don't need election 2023. What we needed is just to fashion out a new constitution to doctrine of necessity. That's what we need so that Nigeria can move forward. But people doesn't care about Nigeria. They have second addresses all over the world. So why are we talking about election? Because they just want power to be living like an emperor. Thank you, good morning, sir.
Thank you and good morning to you, sir. 0906-2000-949. Honestly, Governor Makinde is doing well in Oyo State, but I'm quite in disagreement with his statement this morning that Nigerians are fed up of APC. Nigerians are fed up of PMB administration, not APC. Omotolani Abiola Omobasharon, we got your message on YouTube. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Dr. Mark. I am particularly interested in what the House of Assembly is created for. Because when we have a problem in the nation, and these people are supposed to be representing the interest of all of us, and they're not doing anything, should that particular house remain? I listened to Smart ADEYANJU cry wolf yesterday, and I was just laughing. All the powers you need have been given to you to check the presidency. To check the president. You know, when people are appointed into positions and they are not doing what they're supposed to do, you are supposed to call them to order. And I know that the power that our military has can be properly utilized if that all that we see. What is difficult in combing all the forest where these hideouts are? Where they are is not in the moon, is not in the space. They are in the forest, existing forest in our country. So if they can be using that place, our military can flush them out of the place if the president do the right thing. And so long as we continue to allow these people to use the forest as their hideout and perpetrate evil, we cannot have the solution of security here. People are human beings. They hide in the forest to keep collecting ransom and even killing people anyhow. I go to millions of these students and they were even begging that people should come to their aid. Is this how to run a nation? The man that is crying war is just making everybody to laugh. The way to get ourselves out of this mess is not by going for another election in 2023. Because if another person comes on board and we have not solved the problem of insecurity,
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. 0906-2000-949. That's the number to call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Our problem is not about the political party. Our problem is how we can fish out a good leader among us. We have some APC governors that are doing well in their various states, likewise PDP. So what we need to do is how can we fish out a good leader among us? That is it. Good morning. This is Ombashon.
All right, thank you, Omo Bashir. Good morning to you. Good morning. I find it difficult to agree with Professor Shibajo with his careless warning and rhetorics that Nigeria cannot afford another civil war, while he has by sight those people that are feigning the ember of that same war. Prince Waligiwa. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir.
This is Olufemi from Oyo. Now, my prayer is that Nigerians get wiser 2023 election. Now, the problem is, by the time people are complaining now, let these politicians that are stockpiling money start giving them money again. They will forget what they have done and vote for them again. Now, we are talking about third vote. If Wole Soyinka or Femi Falana should now contest, Nigeria will not vote for them because they are saying no money, no food. And these people are already creating artificial poverty, so that they can buy the conscience of people to vote for them again. Because Wole Soyinka will not give money, Falana will not give money, and Nigerians are not ready to vote for good leaders. We know good leaders, but these people don't have money to distribute. That is why we are getting what we deserve. May God help us.
Amen. Thank you very much for your contribution. Let me take this message here. This one says, okay, let's take this call. We'll take the messages after the call. Hello, good morning. Hello. All right. Okay. Let me quickly take the messages we have. Senator Oluremi Tinubu cannot pretend that she doesn't know that the matter on security in Nigeria has gotten out of hand. Her ambition of becoming a first lady of this country is just a daydream. She should forget it. Allows her in our way. All right, we got your message. It is high time the House of Assembly pay more attention on more critical issues that is confronting the nation now. Pass laws that will force the law enforcement agencies to flush terrorists out of our forests. Government appointees should not be more powerful than those voted by the people. House of Assembly should be more proactive, Dr. Mark. All right, we got your message. Thank you very much.
At this point, I think we wrap up. You wanted to... Okay, you're cool.
Well, just to say that the political terrain remains uncertain, unclear, and I think in the next couple of months we will see the direction which we're headed.
All right, thank you, Dr. Olu Ojedokun, for being part of the program. We appreciate you for coming. My name is DELE ADEYANJU. Thank you for being part of our show today, 29th of April, 2021. Good morning, enjoy your day.
My name is GBEMISOLA. SOYEMI. Have a great day ahead.
32 FM.
Ìkànnì Adẹ́rìn-Pòṣónú.
32 FM.